Hello friends, Samuel Graham doing TCGs again, cracking some more Flesh and Blood History Pack 1 White Border, Legend Story Studios. Had a pretty good one last time with getting a Command and Conquer. Always a card that anyone is happy to see, both because it's a fantastic card in its own right, but it is also a decently monetarily valuable card because of how good it is. So yeah, always a happening card to see. Let's see if we can get some similar success this time. Will we finally see a legendary? I've opened a couple boxes of this and have not seen a legendary yet. And we'll set some cool cards aside again. There's a Majestic in the first pack for us. We've got a, get some sleeves out, Tome of Aetherwind, Majestic in pack 1. Always a good start to see a, we will scoot that over because it is getting glared at. Always nice to see a Majestic first pack though. Always love to see it. Unmovable. Here's another fun card actually. We've got a Coax a Commotion second pack, another Majestic. It's one of those cards that seems to be built for multiplayer and eventual, PvE kind of stuff, but with multiple heroes and that kind of thing. But it is a fun card. It is one that people tend to like. So that is a welcome sight as well. It's one of those goofy cards that seems to come and go in popularity depending on what is doing well at the tournaments. And then just kind of what announcements have come most recently. But it is a pretty solid, fun card to see regardless. We like it. And I don't know if I explained this. So some of the equipment, these Null Rune ones, they were originally in Arcane Rising. They have an ability that specifically only blocks arcane damage, which is the sort of damage that is slung at you from, like this blocks a regular attack. Ooh, High Octane, another Majestic. That's a fun one. But Rune Blades and Wizards in particular do a lot of arcane damage that is not blockable by normal means, by the shields at the bottom of a card. Like it's just coming in, it's not attack damage. So what you actually see with that Null Rune stuff is the ability to pay resources, which is a downside, but you pay resources to be able to block. I always like Steelblade Shunt. To be able to block some arcane, which is handy. There are a couple other ways to block it, but that is at this point the biggest and most reliable one. Hey, Gorganian Tome. That is Majestic number 4 for this box. We've got another pretty decent lineup between the Tome, High Octane, Coax. Tome of Aetherwind isn't particularly intriguing to me, but the other three, that's a pretty good Majestic start. Oath of the Arknight and Rushing River. Copper Token. Always like to see the money. Hitting runs fun. Helm of Isen's Peak. Same Oath of the Arknight. We saw that in yellow in the last pack. That's what I can't remember is what cards from this set, because there are so many, because they kind of did a highlights run of several sets. I do not recall all of what I actually am still looking for. It didn't, as much as there was in the first box I opened, and then the follow-up, there's still a ton that I had not seen yet just because of how big the set is. Spoils of War, that's another fun Majestic. That's another really good one. A really good warrior action. I love my warriors, so that's awesome. This is a pretty Chain Lightning. Majestic number 6 right behind it. With an overpower behind it as a rare. Chain Lightning's another decent one. This is pretty dang good. This is not a box that I'm mad at. Flick, Flack, and Disable. I am not mad at this box at all. Razor Reflex, Robe, Skies, and Life for a Life. Still not quite halfway through. These are big boxes. I always forget that. Reduced to Rune Chant and a Rushing River. I say I always forget that. This is only my third one, but I still forget it easily and readily. Unmovable, Warrior's Valor and Barraging Beatdown. Another Dash. Ravenous Rabble is kind of fun. It's not like good per se, but it's it's one of those, you're not really good, but you're kind of fun. We can live with that. Enchanting Melody and Staunch Response. We're into the second stack. I can't remember if I accidentally pulled some cards off. So we are at least halfway through now. We can at least make that valid claim. Seismic Surge, Red Scar, Aether Spindle, and Irina's Prayer. Driving Blade. Kano, our wizard friend, Aether Sink and Take Cover. So yeah, I'll be excited to go through and kind of catch up on, hey, what cards have I picked up that I need? Hey, Centauri Saber and Towering Titan. Saber's pretty cool. What have I picked up that I was still looking for? Zen State again, I like that one. Mugenshi Release. We hadn't had a Majestic in a hot minute, so getting us Majestic number 7. And getting it glared at, but yeah, what you gonna do sometimes. Refraction Bolters. 3 of a kind. There's another Majestic right behind it. And another Centauri Saber. Out of curiosity, is that the... Yeah. So there are 2 different arts for the Saber for each hand, so we got 1 of each. 3 of a kind, another fun card drawy kind of ranger card. Bullseye Bracers. There's Edge of Autumn and Irina's Prayer. Edge of Autumn was like the first weapon in the game. It came in the old demo packs for Ninja when it originally released. We've got Mordred Tide. Wow, why can I not remember? Ira. Blackout Kick again, I love that. Gruesome, but really well framed and well done with the black and white and then the red. Last Ditch Effort, another one of our former super rare, now Majestic. Because they got rid of the super rare rarity after the first 2 sets. so it wouldn't make it sense to leave it there now, would it? There's a Knock the Death Whistle and Snatch. Knock the Death Whistle for Majestic 10, or 11, sorry. Got about 4 or 5 packs left. I can't tell exactly from this angle. Beat Down and Blessing. Yeah, 4. 4? Yeah, 4 more. So I'm thinking we will see one more Majestic, Mavrian Skies and Sigil. Induction Chamber for another Majestic, sure enough. That is probably our last Majestic. Still no Legendary out of any of these History Pack boxes. I'm not sure what the actual pull rate on Legendaries is in the History Pack. But the Majestics seem to be sitting pretty standard on 12 a box, which is nice. And Crane Dance and Mavrian Skies. So sure enough, that's another good pile of Majestics. 3 of a kind, getting Mordred Tide again, Knock the Death Whistle again, Induction Chamber. We got Chain Lightning, Spoils, Gorganian Tome, Coax, High Octane. Not bad at all. Can't complain a bit about any of that. But thank you very much for spending some of your day with me. I really appreciate it. Like, subscribe, all that jazz, you know, the rigmarole. The goofy self-marketing stuff that some people feel they have to do, and I don't do well enough sometimes. So here we go. But I appreciate your time. I appreciate you spending some of your day with me. Have a great rest of your day. Bye, y'all.